Hi, my name is Vilma and welcome to Living Suburbs, Tampa, Florida. I've been selling for over 15 years here in Tampa Bay and I've seen it all. Watch on the number one, the biggest mistake the sellers make, and they are spending on the wrong things. So if your home is brand new or less than 3 years old, most of these tips may not apply to you. Otherwise, you're probably just gonna need decluttering. This video is for those sellers that I would save them thousands of dollars and help them sell faster by revealing to them what the buyers really want and what they don't. Again, these are Florida specific traps that kill profits in our humid and hurricane prone market. Let's dive in. Number 10, those tiny scuffs and nail hole you're stressing about. Here's the insider secret. Buyers are gonna repaint them most of the time anyway. Here in Tampa Bay, we prefer, different color palette. So that gray you pick, buyers probably gonna go back to white or pick up their own shade. Unless, of course, you have a wall damage or it's wildly colors. I'm talking about bright orange, just like in early 2000. Well, then that needs repainting. Here's what you need to do instead. Spend on a professional deep cleaning. That would probably gonna cost you up to $500 instead of paying $2,500 on a painter. Buyer looks at the cleanliness, and the value will be way more than the scuff that's behind the wall. Number 9, jumping into the kitchen upgrades, the trendy upgrades right before listing. Now, kitchens sell homes. We know that. The only thing that the seller get wrong is when they start chasing the latest Pinterest trends or after stepping into the model home. For example, farmhouse sinks, open shelvings, backsplash, subway backsplashes. They're fine, but they are personal preferences, not universal value adds. Here in Tampa, I've seen sellers upgrade up to $15,000 on trendy upgrades, only to hear buyers say, I'm gonna change it anyway. Instead, do this. Focus on clean and functional. Make sure everything works. The burners, the oven, the dishwasher, grout and polish the counter. Every sparkling and functional kitchen beats the trendy, half renovated trendy kitchen every single time. Well, unless of course your kitchen is dated, like white kitchen appliances or laminate counters like in the 1980s, that's different. But going from good to trendy, it's not worth it. Don't forget to comment what to do instead or call us in the numbers below or email us for a pre-consult when you are planning to sell your home. The dreaded bathroom remodel. This is where sellers get themselves in trouble. For example, they replace the vanity and leave the old tub. They replace the tile on the floor, but old shower or original shower, replaced mirror, but old fixtures. Buyers notice all these mismatch updates. They think more of it as a band-aid fix rather than a well-maintained home. With our humidity, buyers are focused on moisture and mold. They'd rather see an older bathroom that's consistently maintained rather than a new vanity next to a suspicious looking shower corner. Instead, do this. Again, clean, clean, clean. Regrout if needed. Repair any cracked tiles. It's a minor repair. And also ensure that it's zero water damage. Again, the alternative is replace fixtures, recaulk, and fresh paint. All this under $2,000. This is real. It happened in one of my Wesley Chapel sellers. They wanted to spend up to $8,000 to change the vanity and toilet. I recommended to just, it's not going to cost them arm and leg, up to $500 for a deep cleaning and reglaze the tub. What happened was we sold it for 8 days, full price. Number 7 is going crazy on landscaping before you sell. Now, curb appeal matters, don't get me wrong, but I have seen sellers spend $5,000 to $10,000 on elaborate landscaping plans, new sod, designer palm trees, and elaborate plant arrangement. Now, landscaping actually is one of the personal aspects in a home. What you see is beautiful, buyers may think it as high maintenance. Do this instead. Add pressed mulch, trim the branches back neatly, also power wash the driveway and walkways. Also consider put colorful potted plants by the entrance and make sure the lawn is mowed and edged. So that will be a saving under, that would cost you under $1,000 for a dramatic curb appeal, and that would save you up to $9,000 for your next home. Number 6 is replacing perfectly good flooring because you think buyers expect new. This is common with carpet. Sellers think, oh, the carpet is 5 years old. Buyers would expect new. So there you go. They spend $3,000 to $5,000 replacing it. But here's the plot twist though. The buyers will just rip all out the carpet and replace with luxury vinyl plank or tile. That's the Florida trend right now. So when not to replace? When the carpet is clean, neutral, under 7 years old, when the flooring is neutral and functional, when there's no crack on tile, and the wood floors has a minor wear. But it's time to replace when it's heavily stained, pet damage. Also, when there's a crack on tiles, that's going to be a safety issue. And if the wood flooring is heavily damaged. Do this instead, as I always say, professional cleaning, carpet cleaning, or clean the grout in between tiles, and also offer a carpet allowance. Replacing windows when they still work fine. Window companies love to target home sellers. They would say new windows help sell home fast, or energy efficiency windows sells home faster. But here's the truth. Unless, of course, the window is broken, rotted, or can't open, buyers don't really care much about it. A full window replacement can cost from $10,000 to $20,000. And you know what buyers think? That's a project we can tackle later on. Here's an exception though. In our hurricane zone, if you have a single pane or obviously a window that doesn't close or open smoothly, that's a different story. But replacing from a functional window to a premium windows, that's not worth it for resale. Do this instead. Make sure the doors open and close smoothly. Replace the broken screens. Make sure all the locks work. And that would cost you $300 to $500 instead of replacing the whole windows. That will make a big difference. Write us a comment what to do instead, or give us a call in the numbers below, and we'll give you a free consult when you're planning to sell in the near future. Number 4, resurfacing your pool before listing. This one is specific to us here in Florida. We have pools everywhere, and sellers stress about them. Pool resurfacing would cost from $5,000 to $10,000, depending on your pool size and material. Here's a secret. In Tampa Bay, pools are split 50-50. Half of the buyer want it, and half they look at it as a maintenance they don't want. But those buyers who want a pool, they consider the maintenance and the resurfacing that may need in the next few years. So they factor that in. Instead, do this. Make sure the pool is crystal clear, balance it with chemicals, repair any leaks or broken equipment, clean the deck and the surrounding area, and make sure it looks inviting rather than newly renovated. And if the pool is truly in a terrible shape, like you can't get it clean or there's structural damage, get a repair estimate and consider giving a credit at closing instead of doing the work upfront. Number 3, adding luxury features that are actually your personal taste. I've seen it in Tampa Bay. Sellers adding elaborate outdoor kitchen with every gadget, custom wine cellars, kids' theme rooms, also built-in aquariums, and this one, the expensive smart home system, like those man caves. They think this makes my home luxurious, but luxury is subjective. There is a seller in South Tampa that was spent up to $25,000 installing tiki bar in Florida room, and buyers kept asking, can this be removed? Well, that's not the response you want. The rule is if it's permanently installed and highly specific to your taste, don't add it before selling. What buyers actually want is a space that they can envision their way in neutral and flexible area. So save that champagne taste for your next home. We're down now to number 2, replacing a roof that has still life on it. Well, this is new ones here in Florida. Roof age matters because of insurance. We all know this. But I've had sellers replace a 12, 13-year-old roof just to be safe. Replacing a roof, an average, cost from $15,000 to $30,000. Again, it depends on the home size, but that's a big chunk of your equity. Do this instead. Here's my advice. If your roof is under 10 years old and it passes an inspection, don't touch it. If it's from 10 to 15 years old roof, get a inspection and provide the documentation to the buyers. If it's 15 plus years old roof, now we need to talk about replacing it, whether to replace it or give buyer credit. But there's an exception. If your roof is leaking or failing inspection, that's different. What I'm talking about is don't replace a functional roof preemptively. And the number 1 thing you should never change or fix right before selling. That's a major structural changes or additions, like knocking down walls, adding rooms, or converting garage. Seller thinks this will add so much value. Here's reality check. Major renovations rarely return dollar per dollar value. It actually complicates your listing by months. It will cost more than your budgeted amount, and it will require permits and inspection that will complicate closing. I had a seller that wanted to convert the garage into a port bedroom. So that was a $30,000 budget, and took about 4 months. And the buyers kept asking, where would we park? Do this instead. Sell your home as is to someone who wants to make it their own. So price your home strategically and stage it correctly. There you have it, the top 10 things you should never fix before selling your home. Remember, the goal is to maximize your equity and sell fast. Avoid spending on unnecessary repairs, so that because those are dollars that you are taking out of your pocket at closing. So if you're thinking about selling your home and want a custom strategy for a specific situation, reach out and I will walk through your home and tell you what's worth doing and what's not. And again, thank you for watching the video. Please like and also subscribe and comment what were you about to do from this list. And again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.